Let us see here. Gangplank versus Tryndamere. This one can be kind of tricky, but not really. You should have the edge. He starts door and shield. Definitely want to be poking. I don't know if you have a, I don't know if you have attack damage or not. We need to be constantly poking him. Oh, you're getting cheesed. Yikes. Nice, you lived. That's worth. That's super worth. Back though. You need to back here. Back, back, back. No, because Tryndamere can all in you now. You need to back. This is your first mistake of this replay. You needed to back and just come forward because Tryndamere can cheese you like 100%. I think you're being a little greedy here. Oh, you're waiting for Evelyn? I don't know if I like staying, but that's just me. You play the gank pretty well. I guess it's not that bad staying because Evelyn pushes him back a little. Well, the thing that concerned me the most was like, well, if we stay and then Tryndamere flat, like if he does my shit where he'll spin like E flash, you're dead. Like he honestly could have done it. If given time to. But okay, I'm alright with you staying if you're anticipating the Evelyn. Now you kind of need to jam the wave in back, I think. I can't see myself slow pushing without flash. Like I don't really want to be here. Cause I feel like, here's the thing with me, I feel like if I don't have the capability of killing a guy, I don't like hanging out in lane. So like he can definitely fuck with you still, and I don't like that. And the lane's only gonna get longer, and you're gonna have like no sustain really. So we really, in the future, you really want to just step up, use your minions as like a shield, and just fucking jam this into the fucking turret, and then reset. Reset by, I don't care what you buy corrupting pot, a pink ward, I don't care. But I don't like this situation at all. Because even though we know that Twitch is like not here because of the replay, I don't like exposing ourselves like this early. Because it's so dangerous to fall behind in this matchup. If you fall behind in this matchup, what happens to you is what I did to Toby on this stream. Except over and over and over and over and over and over for 20 minutes straight. Cause that highlight with Toby was him fed on a different lane. He was playing mid, I was playing top. See, this is why this is what I'm scared of. So, I think your first mistake here, you're like diamond, I think, or like high plat at the least. So you're pretty decent, and it looks like you're playing relatively smart, but I think your first, like, big wave management mistake was, like, back here. So you come in, again, you kind of get control of the lane, you start poking the guy down, and you get control, but then you kind of, like, you let off from the brakes, or you basically pump the brakes here, and I don't know why. I know that you should have a barrel ready, so you should be putting a barrel on yourself and just denying him Fury. He's useless without Fury, and we can survive. We can survive him right now. He doesn't have Ignite. You have a lot of minions to work with, and you can slow with your barrel. So I would be putting a barrel like in his face and just like pounding the wave forward, as opposed to whatever you elected to do, which was kind of like slow push. We needed to get out, and then moments later. This is 3 minutes, so like so a couple minutes later, 4:20. We're in this position where like he's gonna be able to start fucking with us, and he does that, and now you're kind of regretting not pushing the wave and backing. And so this is basically that minute later is what I'm expecting is going to happen, which is why I want to jam the wave and reset. And it's very important that you understand that if I stay slow pushing, I'm eventually going to be in a situation where Tryndamere sustains, Gangplank is super weak early because his mana pool is so limited and because he's so squishy. So those things combined, we know that if we allow the lane to come out here, we're going to be in a long lane scenario without flash. The Twitch can kill us. Tryndamere might be able to kill us with flash if he lands chickens on us. There's just so many dangerous situations that we're going to be in. So you finally back, and Tryndamere is just kind of pushing. We could have set this up better, so we had control of the lane and we could make him back. But now he kind of gets lane control. It's kind of a pussy Tryndamere though, because he's not running Ignite. But yeah, he can trade with you with his chicken. I mean, I would have spun on you there once I chickened you, but that's just me. You don't miss that much though, because he doesn't freeze it. Thank God. He could have. This whole matchup, by the way, comes down to those barrels. Like, either you hit them, or he starts hitting yours and runs you over. So, lane's coming out. You're pushing to him. We have... Anytime, by the way, anytime that his Fury is down, you should not be letting him build it up. So when you have your passive up, we want to get in here and proc that on him. Okay? And we want to make sure that we don't allow this guy to build Fury for free. Now, go and, like, right there is a perfect example. Go and proc the passive on him. He can't trade with you right there. You need to be more confident in this matchup with your passive usage. Once his Fury is built up, I can understand you playing like a bitch, but like you want him to not be expending Fury to heal or to sustain up, I guess I should say. Like he's gonna use it to heal, but like you want to be poking him out. You don't want to just let him sustain up. Nice try, I think. Looks pretty close. Could have possibly put that ult behind further so that it zones, basically it funnels them into the pocket, like into the side of the turret, or pushes them to you. Or pushes them to your team, but yeah, I like that. Thanks, Sippo, dude. Appreciate it, man. Oh shit, it's supposed to be subs only. Damn. Damn, see you, plebs. That's the rules here. Shit, dude. You guys are like, you guys lived way too long there. Shit, son. Get wrecked. Yeah, so far I don't think we've taken enough like, alright, I'll give you a little insight. This is kind of lucky for you because I play both champions. I've played both champions so much, Tryndamere and Gangplank. I've played the matchup on both sides, so I know this matchup like just incredibly well, to be honest. This is one of those times where this is a meta game that I'm well aware of. So Tryndamere loses to you early, and then Tryndamere between like levels 6 and like 13. Thanks, Larbo. I'll put you on the list, dog. Thank you. Between like level 6 and 13, Tryndamere just ass pounds you, and then you catch back up, and you should be able to play. You should be able to outplay him or have a chance to outplay him if he didn't snowball too hard. It's pretty much how I feel about this matchup. Generally speaking, though, most GPs aren't mechanically good enough to beat me on this matchup. And the same holds true on the other side. So, like, I would say that this is a skill matchup. I would say that I think Gangplank has the edge, but a good Tryndamere can beat your ass. And he'll do it in a very demoralizing way. Let's put it that way. Like, if I get ahead in this matchup, you're gonna get dove over and over again. So, like, here, he should, and he is doing it. He's definitely doing the right thing here. If I were you here, Yeah, honestly, this is kind of why we got to push him out of lane. When I was saying we got to poke with our passive, is because eventually he's going to sustain us, and he's going to push us, and he's going to whittle down our mana pool if we don't. So it's kind of on you to take more initiative. I know you might be scared of, like, Twitch or something, but the only way to win this lane is to play it that way. Oh god, he's fucking with you. Yeah, this is rough. We could have kited that a little bit differently. You kind of panicked. First things first. Barrel. You have a barrel here. You need to apply your passive more frequently. Also, you need to face him. You need to face your fear, dude. That would help you a lot. And apply the passive. See, like that whole time we never applied the move speed passive, which really helps us. I think that if we apply the move speed passive and do like a little run around the turret, we might be able to outplay him. It's gonna be hard as fuck, but we might be able to do it. But honestly, I think what sets us up for that more so is the fact that we didn't poke him out of lane earlier, faster. And yeah, you got cheesed early, which pushed you out, but that's why I wanted you to back sooner. Because you back sooner and then you can apply pressure on the lane again. Especially after Evelyn shows top. Pussy ass Tryndamere. I'd proxy that shit. I guess maybe not with Evelyn and no ult. Jay Easy, thanks buddy. Welcome.
Welcome to the VC sub trade.
Cool, you ult bottom. This matchup's gonna get really hard. I don't mind the slow push here. It's kind of smart. Get a wave with you. Again, even though he's level 8, just use flash, he just used ult, he has no fury. Step in there. Trade with your barrels. Step in, barrel him, apply the passive, trade here. You can't play like a bitch here. This is why my top lane GP is fucking god tier. Is because I know how to abuse these matchups. Most people don't abuse them well enough. You gotta be willing to battle. I know you just got butt pounded, but we have to establish lane control when we have minion advantage and when the guy has no fury built up. We have to. It's a must. So like here, we just kind of let him exist and farm back up on his fury and everything when we could be just barreling him and applying the passive over and over and over again. We didn't do it there. Apply the passive. Again, you hit the barrel, you don't apply the passive. Apply the passive. It's too much. Barrel, apply the passive, cue him as he runs away. You gotta wiggle that micro in. This kid's going fucking... That kid's going hard in the paint, dude. Well played by the Ahri there. Yeah, this matchup... Thanks, Jay Easy, dude. This matchup is like cancer when you fall behind, so... I mean, what, did you swap or something? Interesting. That's a good idea. If you don't feel comfortable with it. GP is either diamond or platinum 1. Which shows you, like I said, how fucking rough this matchup can be. Because I'm telling you right now, if I'm in Tryndamere's position, I'm gonna dive you over and over again until you want to hang yourself. And then I'm gonna proxy behind that first tower, and then I'm gonna double kill Gangplank and the jungler a lot of the time with this lead. Nice. But it all comes down to the early game, and that we didn't work that fucking Q in. Nothing to be afraid of. He can't dive you without Fury. I'm telling you, if he doesn't have Fury, he's not that strong. Trust me on this. Play a lot of Tryndamere. You're backing here. Don't know why. Maybe considering Triforce or something. No, you're not considering Triforce. You're not considering anything right there. Maybe you are. Yeah. Actually, you are considering it. You need a barrel on your head. You need to have a barrel on your head in this matchup. So right here, I know you can afford a barrel, or maybe you can't, and that's your own fault, by the way. I don't know why we're blowing both barrels when this dude can dive us. So like, right here, I don't know what you're afraid of. You can farm all these creeps without burning your full fucking load. Just sit there, let the minions stack up, barrel them, and then juggle the wave under turret. But when you give yourself no escape if you have no barrels. The barrel versus Tryndamere is how you beat him. You put the barrel in your head, he tries to dive you, you slow him, and then he's fucking stuck. He can't do anything. That's all. That's what you have to be doing. So here, he's gonna fuck with you. He's thinking about diving. He takes kind of an ugly trade. And then look, you immediately start backing though. Right? But you have the edge. You have the edge here. Step in, put your barrel on your head, and Q him. If he tries to all in you, smack the barrel and run away. You gotta be unafraid to, you gotta battle. You gotta hit the streets. And if it comes down to who autos the barrel better, hey, that's what you gotta be unafraid to take the risk. Because like I said, if you don't, he's just gonna keep this up all game. He's gonna lifesteal up, and then he's inevitably gonna dive you anyways. So you gotta be ready to go fucking hard in the paint, dude. So right here, I'm a serious gaming taco. I said that. Yikes. So like here, you give up the lane. I don't know why. There's nothing to be scared of. Right there, that was your barrel slow. You could hit. That was a good trade. Barrel on your head. Okay, he got that the last second. He's gonna look for a dive. Now, you've applied the passive. I don't know if you have a barrel or not, but run away. Run away. You got the slow on him. Let's try. There, you keep applying the passive, but that's move speed. He's fast, but moving him around the turret is how you can outplay him. Turret defense, dude. Dive defense. Alright, you lose turret, which kind of opens the map up, which sucks. Skank is scary. Very scary for you. Yeah, here it comes. Oh shit. They weren't having it, dog. They were not having it. Yikes. It's so quiet. Can we free the plebs? You can free the plebs. As long as you're on it, Freyo. As long as you're on it, dude. As long as we don't have a bunch of people talking about how bad fucking Diamond 5 Gangplank is or whatever. When they're all in fucking silver and gold. So I don't want to hear it. I played a lot yesterday in Boost Day Tuesday. I reminded people who the GP champ is. When he flashes, he needs a flash to barrel so he can auto. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this definitely comes down to... A lot of this does come down to whether or not we position the barrels on top of ourselves. Right? That's pretty much this matchup in a nutshell. Is like whether or not we have barrels. Tryndamere suiciding, whatever. I was gonna say ult mid, so you're on it there. It's just, we're kind of at an elo where our lane phase went so bad that, like, I'm not sure if we are able to come back sometimes. I mean, we come back for Gangplank, but, like, I'm just saying that we don't ever want the lane phase to look like it looks here. We really want to polish it. So let's actually, to conclude this one, let's go back in the beginning and talk about this lane phase in its entirety, okay? Because I think the other stuff, I think that you triple barreled earlier, and pretty much everybody knows how to play Gangplank once we get items, right? The key to playing Gangplank top right now is pretty much gotta get through the lane. Gotta get through the lane. We got to win lane. Alright, so this is how we do it. This particular game, you get cheesed. In which case, I can empathize with you a little bit. We kind of get cheesed because Twitch does some like bullshit level 2 gank, right? So I'm on board with this is a rough start to deal with. I would probably, knowing me, I would probably early ward because Tryndamere shows he shows late to lane, which is normally a sign that we're getting ganked early by some sort of like red. Either he's gonna path golems, red, raptors, rift, and then top, or some variation of that, right? Some level 3, but he does a level 2, which is probably worse actually, level like 1. And we don't have our ward down, which really stinks. But we probably, like I said, when he shows up that way, we need to put a ward down and try. So at the very least, he has to path all the way around with like a level 3 in order to make this work. So he hits us with the bullshit. I think you make the correct flash. But it's all well and good. Now, here was your biggest mistake, I think, is that you traded flash and everything, which is wonderful, and you survive. You survive what's probably going to be Twitch's only fucking gank for the next 3 to 5 minutes, because he's going to need to reset his health. Otherwise, Evelyn's going to kill him in the jungle. So when we're in this situation, we need to just back right away, because we're not going to miss much, right? They're splitting XP, lane's pushing to you now. You're not going to miss anything, and Tryndamere can't freeze. So now we just needed to reset our health and come back into lane so that we can take control of it again. If we had backed right away, we might have been able to get some sort of value out of like our lane phase, even though we had a rough start. So Evelyn does the same thing instead of farming. So Evelyn pretty much cancels out her lead, doesn't invade or anything, which I just think is complete bogus. Like, she's never gonna kill Tryndamere, right? And we don't back and reset, which we should have right away, in my opinion. But now we're level 2. So the first thing you want to be doing level 2 is you really, since we stayed, whatever, we can still beat this guy in lane, actually, in my opinion, depending on how we play it. But the thing that you need to be doing, and in the future I think you should back, but you need to immediately put a barrel down on the minions right here. You need to put a barrel down and zone him off, and then cue him in the mouth, and just keep doing that over and over again. Encourage him to spin on the barrel. If he spins on the barrel, we auto it, we walk away, and we're going to be able to start pushing the lane at him and whittling Tryndamere down. We're going to basically bank on Twitch not staying here. Because, let's face it, he tanked a tower shot, he got really low, whatever. But we cannot allow Tryndamere to get his Fury built up, okay? So now, E. Barrel needed to be here. But watch what you do. You just let him farm. You just let him do his thing. He has no Fury, so he does no damage. He has no fucking... He has no way to beat you if you have a barrel down. So there, no barrel down. We allow Tryndamere to start building Fury, which is a mistake, which is a big no-no. I'm really going into the weeds on the matchup here because it's diamond, so it's a little bit more matchup intensive why you lost. Thanks, Lucifer. Now, here you poke, which is awesome. Some reason you put another barrel down. I don't know why, but you put another barrel down. He spins away, great. Now you have control of the lane. This is when we needed to push, and we're back to where we were a second ago. Again, no Fury on the guy. You have your W, you have E, but you don't step in here. Step in, put your barrel down, cue him in the mouth, push the lane, and then reset with teleport. So that way, we can keep Tryndamere on the back foot and get him to back under his turret, as opposed to what's about to happen, where you eventually get forced out of lane. You have no lane control. Look how you just give him this. You give him this. He will not, I can assure you, if roles were reversed and I was playing Gangplank and this guy was playing Tryndamere, he would not be able to do what he's doing right here. I will not let him. There's no way. So you have to understand that you have the lead in this position. Even though you're half HP, even though you're half mana, you control the lane. He has a Doran shield. He's basically, he even knows, he knows that he's going to lose this matchup. Like early anyways. He knows because he took a Doran shield. Hell, I don't even start Doran shield on Tryndamere, but I also know that sometimes I'm like, man, maybe I should. So he knows. He's had the Gangplank that does what I do. Or at least I assume. But you just played it way too passive here. So watch. He builds the Fury. Slowly but surely builds the Fury. We're not using barrels to harass. Barrel. E it. Like, E the barrel forward. The second barrel. Chain 2. So barrel. Barrel here. Walk up. Apply the passive. Cue him in the mouth and run away. Apply Thunderlords. Watch. Watch what you do. So there you go. You cued him. You could have barreled, hit him with that, and walked up, applied the passive, and you chunk him out of lane. But watch how you play it. For some reason, you don't do it. I don't know what you're afraid of. Like here, you could have just put the barrel, autoed it, applied the passive, applied Thunderlords, move speed up. He can't re-engage you. You have W, drop another barrel, and you keep doing that. And you could do it all the way forward, and then you back. And then we're good to go. So again, he walks in your face, you have passive, he has no Fury, but he gets to walk in your face. Look. I don't know why. Here again. Minions. You're standing back here instead of putting a barrel right here so he can't farm. You walk up, apply passive. Or just cue him in the mouth, whatever. And if he spins onto you, you just hit the barrel. Watch, you just give him Fury. Look at just building Fury. Now he's like, sweet. I have Fury for some reason. I don't know how I got here, but now I'm good to go. I'm good, Driz. What's up, man? So yeah, now see, now you're in a position where he has even level as you, and he's gonna want to trade. And then sure enough, He lands chickens on you. He gets your barrels down on cooldown. And now he's going to start looking for harassment because now he has full fury. See how we gave the lane up over time? I really step by step for you there because I really want to hammer home that we played this lane. There were so many other ways that we could have played this. And because we didn't do it, that's why we get screwed. As for your late game stuff, you win a lot with Gangplank. We don't have to go over that. What we need to clean up is these situations. When you're playing Gangplank, you have to understand that if you don't grab the lane, and I've said it for almost a year now with fucking Gangplank. If you're playing Gangplank top, if you don't exploit lanes early, some lanes I got it. Some lanes you have to passively farm. I got it. Lanes like fucking Quinn, for example, or fucking Riven with Ignite. Sometimes you have to, I mean, I don't even passively farm in that matchup. Or Renekton, right? Renekton, Quinn. Some lanes you kind of have to figure out how to just passively farm because if you don't, you get screwed anyways. But then you outscale those. But some lanes like Tryndamere, like Riven, like fucking Aurelia, if we don't take initiative on the lane, we just kind of get screwed. We apply no pressure on the map. We get forced under a turret. We basically surrender the top half of the map because that means if the guy's pushing to you, then their jungler invades and then their top laner comes and then we can't help. So the only we can't help because if we rotate into the jungle to help like 2v2, we lose every time unless we hit some magic barrel combo somehow. So now what we should be doing is taking lane control and then like playing to the fact that we can win lanes if we play it right, and then reset and control the lane as opposed to just get dumped on for the first 15 minutes till we get Triforce. If we can clean this up, then we won't have as many problems in our mid to late game like we're having this game. And I know this replay I didn't cover the mid and late game stuff, but I think that you're higher elo and you play Gangplank enough to know how to play when you get a lead. But now we've got to clean up the lane phase. And I think after watching this, since you're the elo that you're at, you'll see now, hopefully, where you could have improved. And then we could fucking start carrying outside of lane phase. Alright, YouTube, this is Martin, EastBingeGaming.tv, doing some lane specific coaching on this one. I hope it helps you, my friend. And I think that if you see, like, you'll see it. Like those matchups I named, like Tryndamere, Riven, Aurelia, all those. Don't be afraid to take more initiative with your barrel placement. Nisi, after Twitch gank and Trin having Scepter, I felt pretty afraid, and the poke felt negligible. It won't if you combo right, though. I know what you're thinking, but trust me on this one. You have to. It's not that you're playing reckless. You're just playing efficient. Like anytime his fury is low, barrel in front of him. You're gonna cue him in the mouth. Then if he tries to go on you, you barrel. You auto the barrel. You don't cue it. You auto the barrel. Combo 2, and then walk forward and apply the passive. 3 chunks of damage plus Thunderlord's proc plus passive. If you do that every time he tries to farm, he cannot engage on you. He can't. I know you're scared of Twitch, but like you had teleport and everything, and we still didn't use that. So and that was why I said you needed to teleport after the Twitch gank so that you could establish lane control more reliably. I would have, because Twitch has to back anyways because he was too low. But overall, dude, this was a good replay. I'm sure people that play Gangplank would appreciate this because it goes over the bully lane stuff. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love all you crackers. I'm out. Peace.